Root on the line with us, the former Libertarian vice presidential nominee, author of The Conscience of a Libertarian, rootforamerica.com, his website. He has a new piece out called Rules for Radicals, Obama's New Plan to Destroy America. Wayne Root, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm fine. You write
as... I love this commentary.
Well, I'm actually really curious about this. You write, as Obama's college classmate at Columbia, I was familiar with the teachings of our Marxist professors, Cloward and Piven. Did you ever take a class from either of them?
Well, no, we couldn't because they were in the 1960s at Columbia. They were gone by the time we got there.
So you never took a class, and neither did Obama from either of them. Why are you mentioning? Are you mentioning them because Glenn Beck has gone off on Frances Fox Piven to the point that she's getting death threats? Is it you're just jumping on that stupid bandwagon?
No, Tom. I've written about this months and months ago, long before Glenn Beck got involved in it. I wrote about it because he was at Columbia. We learned all the time about the ideas of Cloward and Piven. There were a lot of other professors who talked about them all the time. In our
their idea was essentially that when people are unemployed and poor and in distress, that they don't just have a right in a democracy. They have arguably an obligation to demonstrate, to get on the street, peacefully demonstrate. What do you object to about that?
Well, that wasn't the part I objected to. I object to the part of Cloward and Piven's philosophy, which is you've got to overwhelm the system. You've got to literally get the country to the point where it's in crisis, and people are so distracted and so overwhelmed by all these things that Obama's proposing. They never end.
But they were calling for in that context, what they were writing about is what you see in Europe, national strikes. Now, again, I don't understand why you would object to if the people of any country are so downtrodden and in such crisis that there would be a national strike. I hear that same kind of rhetoric from the militia movement, frankly.
I don't object to strikes. I don't object to protests.
Okay, then you're on the side of Cloward and Piven's. Okay, so what is Obama's plan to destroy America?
Crisis.
So what is Obama's plan to destroy America?
Well, as I said in this commentary, the plan is simply to play nice for a couple of years and act like you're kind of conservative and act like you're moderate, get reelected, and then you've got 4 years where you never again have to answer to the voters in any way, shape, or form, and you're free to do basically whatever you want to do. And that's what worries me, and that's what I was warning people about in this commentary. Don't believe it if he acts conservative or certainly acts moderate and rather, not extreme on the liberal side, because that's his goal, to get reelected so that he can wreak as much havoc for the liberal side as he wants once he's in office for 4 more years.
Don't you think you're pretty if he was really that nasty, he's 2 years in, he's got 4 years to do all kinds of damage to this country if he wants to. I haven't seen it happen.
We're on the edge of abyss right now. What do you think, Tom? We're not in the middle of a Great Depression right now?
Well, we went from losing 700,000 jobs a month under George W. Bush to creating over 100,000 jobs a month now, 36,000 last month.
Listen, there's no debate. We were doing bad at the end of Bush. We were doing horrible, and it led into Obama, and now we're doing twice as horrible. Things are bad.
No, we're actually not doing twice as horrible, Wayne. We're doing actually much better. GDP is positive right now. Now, it's negative in the UK where the conservatives won.
It's actually 10.8, and if you add in the people that are underemployed, it's about 20% unemployment in the United States.
Oh, I know. The Republican Great Depression started in 2007 is a disaster. It's an absolute disaster, and it's an absolute analog.
Great Depression, if you won't call it the Republican Great Depression. Let's just call it a Great Depression.
You say that part of Obama's plan to destroy America is to make Americans desperate and even more I'm quoting you. Make Americans desperate and even more dependent on big government, begging for jobs, welfare, unemployment, food stamps, and free medical care.
Isn't that what's happening right now?
Let me suggest to you, Wayne, having in the last hour just read the suicide letter of an unemployed man whose 99 weeks of unemployment ran out, that if you think, and I say this genuinely from my heart, one human being to another, that if you think that we the people, collectively, government, saying to people who, through no fault of their own, but because the system has crashed around them for reasons that we can debate all day long, that they should not be given by we the people food stamps, free medical care, unemployment insurance, welfare, or a job, that you are a greedy, heartless, selfish son of a bitch that should rot in hell.
And what would you say about free lawyers for everyone? Because Obama just guaranteed free lawyers for everyone. Do you know about that?
You want to respond to my it's very rare that I use that kind of language, Wayne. It's very rare that I'm, I usually, I'm willing to debate the topic above the topic, but people are dying in this country right now, and you're adding to it, sir.
People died in Russia. They died in China. They died under the
This is not Russia or China.
And they died in Cuba.
This is not a dictatorship. This is not a totalitarian government.
Tom, in Greece, there's a disaster going on, and the reason there's a disaster...
Nobody in Greece is lacking health insurance, Wayne.
Yeah, but that's why...
Nobody in Greece is lacking unemployment.
First of all, you can't give everybody free health care. You can't give everyone free lawyers. You can't give everybody free food stamps. You can't give everyone everything they want, Tom, or the country goes under. Socialism is proven to fail.
You are wrong,
the
Wayne.
It's ever been tried.
You are pathetically, tragically wrong. In Germany, the European Union has more people in it than the United States. It has a larger population, and the entire European Union spends 9% of their GDP on medical care. We pay 16%. The entire European Union has not one person without medical or dental services. They have nobody without unpaid sick leave. They have nobody on food stamps. They have nobody who's medically uninsured, and they think we're insane.
You're not telling the whole story. You say they think we're insane, and yet every friend I've got in Europe who is a businessman says, Wayne, I can't take it anymore. They're stealing 70% of my money.
Then tell them to come back to the United States. Then tell them why do they stay in Europe?
It's a poor quality of life. They have no choice. That's where their business is. That's where they live. A lot of people are trapped in the United States, too. But the end result is that quality of life.
Wayne, give me the name of one of them. I'd love to call them up and interview them.
Tom, quality of life is...
Give me the name of one of them. I'd love to call them up and interview them.
In my opinion, quality of life...
Just give me the name of one of them. One person in Europe who is horrified and wants to move to the United States and can't.
Call on the telephone. Sorry, these are friends of mine. But Tom...
Well, have one of them call me, would you, Wayne?
I want you to debate this one. In my opinion, quality of life is determined almost 100% by the amount of money you're allowed to keep after government steals their taxes. That's what determines your quality of life, how much you can keep. You disagree?
I do.
Okay, well, that's why I live in Nevada, and that's why you live somewhere else, I assume in a high-tax state, and my quality of life has improved dramatically over my life in New York and California because government was stealing my money and giving me nothing in return. Nothing. Zero. There's nothing I'm missing in Nevada, even though my income taxes are zero and my business taxes are zero. I'm missing nothing.
You pay no property tax.
No, I pay property tax. You pay property and sales tax here,
right.
But property tax is the 16th lowest in America. Business income tax, zero. Inheritance tax, zero. Capital gain, zero. And personal income tax, zero. And it is a wonderful life. And you know what? The rest of the country should adopt it. Make gambling legal. Make other sins legal, like medical marijuana, and pay your taxes with a national sales tax, preferably, property taxes, and gambling taxes, medical marijuana taxes, and stop taxing people.
Wayne, I understand that, Alaska has a lot of oil, and so they've got a relatively socialist government. Sarah Palin used to write $2,000 checks, more or less, to pretty much everybody in the state every year. Nice socialist system. I understand that Nevada is the gambling center of the United States, and it produces a lot of revenue and a lot of tax dollars that support you. That you're a socialist leech on the gambling system there in Nevada, and proud of it. I get that, but the rest of America doesn't have those options. The rest of America would like to have a decent job.
Hey, Tom, I'm proud of the fact that the U.S. Census reports that everybody is running for their lives away from the highest tax states and the biggest spending states like New York and California and Illinois, and they're all racing to the no-tax states, Texas, Florida, Arizona, my state, Nevada, you name all the lowest tax states, they're getting all the population. Why are they running away from New York and California? Why?
Wayne, I'm going to say it again. You never responded to me. You're killing people. I think it's tragic. I really, genuinely, Wayne, I pray for your soul. I think it's tragic.
Tom,
Wayne
you
Root.
gotta stop this hysteria.
No, I'm serious. RootForAmerica.com.